Peace, family. My name is Vicki Dillard for African Diaspora News Channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, family. You all have seen, well, of course, I've been discussing the great Dr. Claud Anderson for years, and I've had the very high privilege of participating in an upcoming documentary about his life. And I have interviewed him on a couple of different platforms, a couple of different times, and discussed him in different segments on multiple platforms over the years. Yeah, so I have an extraordinary respect for him. If you don't know him, look him up, beloved. He is a living icon and legend amongst foundational Black Americans. And he is someone that worked for the United States government, ran campaigns, is educated, and that understands how government works, not just speculatively, but because he actually was behind enemy lines when he worked, and was what I'm calling enemy lines, when he worked in the Jimmy Carter administration some years ago in the Commerce Department. Yes. Well, family, in addition to me quoting from his books, and of course I sold many of his books on my website as well, he makes a very interesting statement in a recent video that went viral. It's been out for some time now, but it's just resurfaced. Watch this.
Check the National Hispanic Party. The first thing that all of them have is to change the issues in this country from white and black to white and Hispanic. They're planning on supplanting you. When the National Hispanic Party started in Miami, that was the first item on their agenda, saying by the year 2000, they want to take blacks out of the equation. That's why they control South Florida.
Hispanics are whites passing as they're whites. They've always been whites. Up until 1970, all Hispanics in the United States and the world were classified as whites. They're just white folks speaking Spanish. And so they can come in all they want to. They can come in illegal or legal and get into the country. But see, they even come in from Cuba. When Castro cleaned out the prisons, he to clean out all the prisoners in Cuba and put them on boats and send them to the United States. And the United States accepted them. And now they're talking about black folk. Well, black folk got criminal, they got crime.
Now, do you all see how our dear brother called out the agenda that the powers that shouldn't be have with the Hispanic Latino community? Now, if the truth bothers you, if you want to jump over the fact and talk about divisiveness, no, the divisiveness and the division is the agenda against black folk. Nobody that's talking about anything other than that makes any sense. Our brother called this out decades ago because he knew that the government had intended to use the Hispanic community, the Latino community, and others in the migrant community against Black Americans. Do y'all understand this is, so the stuff that we're seeing playing out now is not about your little individual hurt feelings because you want American citizenship. Now, did you hear Dr. Claud just say that white folk up into 1970s, he talks about the fact that they were technically being classified as white just in general, which of course we've discussed that many times before, right? Well, he said, made it clear that many of some of the powerful Hispanic alliances decades ago had already plotted to do this. How many of you all saw my recent coverage? When I say recent, of course, this happened a couple of years ago, but I talked about it even recently, back-to-back videos, reminding you all in the wake of the ICE raids, especially that hit LA, how we need to discuss and connect the dots between the former president of the city council in Los Angeles, Nuri Martinez. How many of y'all remember that? Remember she was caught on a leaked audio where she was dogging black folks and she was sitting there cackling with other Latino lawmakers and they was plotting against us because that meeting that they were having had to do with redistricting there and taking over powerful land positions and so forth and so on from black folks. Well, Dr. Clark called that out a long time ago and told us that this was a plan. So we see this manifesting, no wonder. Well, he said the Hispanic people are just white people speaking Spanish. Totally. Where's my gavel? Now he needs to say it like that for you, those of you that let your subconscious rule the world to make it seem like this is a separate class. No, that's just you, just white people that's getting benefits that belong to us, and we're not having it. And that's just that. Can't wait to see what you have to say about what the great legend said, beloved. Be sure to follow me, subscribe at VickiDillard.tv. That's my YouTube page. But beloved, be sure to subscribe to my email list on my website at VickiPlanet.com. I have a school. I have other special academies coming. That's going to be just for men and one just for women. I got a magazine book release in the upcoming months. It's going to be very, very powerful. You don't want to miss this.